Oh no!
That's terrifying.
Oh.
Oh, hi there. Thanks for joining us today in Recap Corner. I've got a bit of a bone to pick with me.
With yourself?
And it's the Omen, my original score. Alright, I've said this before, but I feel so bad. I feel like we've become a bit more liberal with our ratings.
Yeah.
A bit more forgiving of a few things, so we're a bit harsh. So I'm going to change my Omen score. So I'm going to give it a 7.5. About 0.7 higher.
But today...
we're watching, I don't know how to call it, I think it's Damien Omen 2. Not the Omen 2 Damien, but Damien Omen 2.
Which can also be translated to The Omen 2. Because Damien is the Omen.
So, we're continuing the journey of the Antichrist.
Yes.
Who was a very young child in the first one. I believe now he's about 13.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, are we going to get a fleshed out character? Are we going to get dialogue?
Oh yeah, because we
Or
didn't
is
get
he
dialogue
gonna
at all,
be-
did we?
Yeah, we didn't get anything
Almost.
before. Is he going to stay mute? Or is he just go around killing people? Or are we going to get an actual character?
This one is actually the one that I'm least looking forward
Really?
to. Because I think this film is going to try and capture the same magic, if you can call it magic, that the first one did. And I think it's not going to deliver.
It's only 2 years later as well, 1978. Yeah. So it's directed by Don Taylor.
Was The Omen 2 like his, like the one just before his last?
No, he's done loads after this.
But major one.
Yeah, this is really his only major.
So this stopped him from actually...
No, because he still has a good career, but... You're not looking forward to this. Don't put yourself up before.
No, I won't. I'm going into it I'm looking forward to it just out of a curiosity standpoint, just to see where they can take it.
Let's get revved up. Let's get into this. The Omen.
Yeah! We're watching The Omen 2.
It's called Damien, The Omen 2.
Yeah, which is The Omen 2.
It's all for you, Damien.
Do you recognize him? No. Damien Thorne is the Antichrist. His own father knew. A week ago, he tried to destroy him.
Oh, a week ago. About a week ago.
You can't expect me to believe. Then come to Ye-Gale's wall.
Ah! You frick the hell out of me, you daft idiot.
I think like halfway through this, I would have been like, where are you leading
Where are you
me?
taking me?
Yeah.
The Whore of Babylon. This is priceless.
I'm surprised they haven't done like a cinematic universe with The Exorcist, The Omen.
Stop with your mad dreams about cinematic universes, you madman.
Look, is him.
It's actually a picture of
The hell?
the kid, Damien.
Is there another way out?
Nope. If they die,
Oh!
they're gonna
They're
die.
the only ones that know.
Yeah. Oh my
No.
god! Come on, at least let that other guy get out.
The archaeologist, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, the whole thing's coming down.
That looks like a model.
I think the set design's been good so far. Well, I thought the archaeologist was going to be our new main character.
Yeah. I like that intro though.
So
7
nobody's
years
known
later.
for 7 years.
Goodbye, Aunt Marion.
Anyone with a middle parting like that is definitely evil.
You boys have your allowance, so this is just a little something extra in case of emergency.
$20,000 for a
Cash.
week. For a week.
Have a good week. Bye.
Have you boys met your new platoon leader yet?
They're all the same. When you've met one platoon leader, you've met them all.
Spoiled brats.
What's worse than the devil himself? Rich kids.
I want you to take the boys out of the academy. I want you to send them to separate schools.
Why?
Damien's a terrible influence, can't you see that? You know your brother tried to kill Damien.
Get out! Will you tell her to go?
I'm going.
Breaks into sing-song.
Ah.
Ooh.
I thought that would interest you.
That was in
The
the...
priceless.
According to the book of Revelation, the 10 kings shall hate the whore and make her desolate and naked, shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Who's the young lady?
Her name is Joan Hart. She's a friend of mine, journalist. She's doing a biography of Bugenhagen, the archaeologist who worked in the area some years ago.
The guy that died.
Matter of fact, she's coming to Chicago, Richard. She wants to interview you.
If she wants to come and speak to him, does she know about the painting?
Oh my... You frick me more than anything. That's a massive bird.
Tune.
This is Sergeant Daniel Neff. He'll be taking over as platoon officer.
Just leave the door. Rich people, mate. Don't even know how to do basic things. Bet they have someone to help them bend down it.
Morning, Bill.
Richard.
Is Miss Marion dressed yet? I don't think she's awake yet, Mrs. Thorne.
She's dead.
No urgency.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no. Hey, call an ambulance. Just a. Oh no.
But you want us to buy up their land.
That's right. Thorns already have the hardware and knowledge that's easily adaptable to the purpose of large-scale and highly sophisticated farming. This, together with the pesticides and fertilizers we're producing, give us the jump on any governmental or corporate entity in the world.
Marion died in her sleep last night. I've got to go.
Seems not phased whatsoever.
That's Damien's father right there in the back. Robert Thorne was quarterback. Even back then, he was calling the plays for everybody.
Don't ever talk about my father again.
Your cousin really thinks he's somebody, doesn't he? My old man tells me the Thorns make their own hats because the stores don't sell them large enough for their big heads.
Oh!
I see you're an orphan. Well, that's something we have in common.
I don't trust this
Yeah,
guy.
does he know?
Teddy!
Or he just has to look into his eyes.
Whoa!
You two, you finished? Out. What are you doing, polishing the floor?
Whoa, he just looked at him and he kind of threw his face into the door.
I thought he was going to do some karate like devil karate.
I've made a decision concerning your report.
Well, let me use
I've
mine.
come down on Bill Atherton's side.
My name's Joan Hart. I believe Charles Warren told you about me.
Ah, yes,
I
he
must
did.
talk to you. Did you ever meet the archaeologist Carl Bugenhagen?
No, I heard of him.
He was also an exorcist. Did you know that?
No.
His skeleton was found last week on your dig at Hizor, close to Yagel's wall. 7 years after his disappearance. Your brother met him, a photographer that I used to work with, went with your brother. He was decapitated.
Murray, stop the car.
Your brother went to see Bugenhagen the week before he died. A few days later, Bugenhagen himself disappeared.
Please get out.
You are in grave danger!
Don't try to contact me again.
It's the exact same story beat as the priest.
I've got a surprise for you, too. Your favorite piece. So
Right,
nobody
well,
misses
that-
it. We're going to put it
yeah.
right in the middle of
The way he
Gallery
said
4.
it.
Excuse me, Anne. This is Joan Hart, the young lady
Who wanted to interview my husband.
Tell me about Damien. What sort of a boy is he? Is he enjoying life at the military academy?
It's about all
Charles,
this-
you are in danger! All of you!
What's got into you?
I've seen Yagel's wall! Damien!
What about Damien?
I'm not sure yet.
What? But she was pretty sure just a couple of
I
seconds
don't know,
ago.
maybe she's thought about something that she can't say, maybe.
Which one is Damien Thorne?
Oh, he's a wide receiver right over there.
He doesn't look that bad.
No. What?
She's dead, mate. She's dead.
Stay in the car.
Uh-oh. Oh my god!
Her eyes!
Oh, she's not going to see it.
Yeah, I
Then
knew
she's
that.
gonna go,
God,
"Oh."
I knew that sort of thing would happen.
be a
Well,
mad
I told you, if she stayed in the car, the bird couldn't have got her.
Oh. I told you. It's the same story beat as the priest, isn't it? From the first film. Let's see if it continues.
Oh, his cousin's birthday.
Ooh, there goes the lake.
Is this foreshadowing? Cutting the lake, the icy lake?
Right.
Someone gonna drown in an icy lake?
You should know everything about the Thorn business. After all, it'll be yours one day.
And Mark's.
And Mark's, of course. Say, time is coming for you to put aside childish things and face up to who you are. Surely you must be feeling it.
Does he know?
I'm not sure,
No, don't think so.
but I feel that something's happening to me.
He's obviously in on it, and so's the
Yeah.
the commander or whatever his name is, the
Yeah.
sergeant at the academy.
Someone's gonna die at this lake.
In the eyes. Ah! Oh!
Oh no!
That's terrifying.
Current, it's a f***ing lake.
He's just watching like he knows.
Yeah.
Wasn't this the guy that disagreed with the plan that the other one had in the company?
Well, Paul, your time came sooner than we expected, and you're going to be alone as the new president for a while.
In ruin. Come here with that piece of paper. So we have an artist in the class.
Oh, I wanted to see the full picture.
You, of course, know all about Napoleon's campaign. How many men did he lose on the march to Moscow?
450,000, sir. The Russians played at surrender until the winter set in.
Let's stick with dates. Thorne the Emperor's death?
1821.
Battle of the Nile?
1789.
Abraham Lincoln's death?
1865.
Charles I?
1649.
Oliver Cromwell?
Everyone's death.
Thomas
He
More?
knows.
Thorne! Come here.
That was a great
That was
scene.
a great scene, yeah.
You were showing off.
No, I just knew all the answers.
The day will come when everyone will know who you are, but that day is not yet.
What do you mean, who I am?
Damien,
He doesn't know who he
read
is.
your Bible. For you, it is just that, a book of revelation. For you, about you.
You're right about the foreshadowing of the cake being cut on the lake. That was a good spot.
Just the way he said it. Oh, there goes the lake.
And all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the beast, and he causeth all to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, and his number is 666.
He's looking for his birthmark. Oh my god. I'm the Antichrist.
Imagine that.
And when I telephoned him the next day, they told me he was dead.
You're trying to tell me that because he refused to sell to us, he was killed, and that he was killed by one of our people?
I was in 8 provinces evaluating land you want to buy. And in 3 of them, 3 killings.
Who's responsible?
No idea.
Him. Oh, they're going on their tour now. Is somebody going to fall into some kind of machinery or something? And
It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, mate.
But the future of Thorne Industries is also in famine.
Famine.
We now possess the most formidable force in the world for large-scale agricultural endeavors.
All right, everybody, back the way we came.
Doesn't look panicked whatsoever. Oh! What even is that?
like pesticides, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh. Oh, he's just looking normal.
We've made every possible test of blood damage, tissue damage, and every boy was affected to some degree, though, as I said, not seriously.
Damien.
That is, every boy except your nephew Damien. He wasn't affected at all.
This guy's looking in the microscope and it has loads of like 666s in his blood.
Yeah, his cells are in the shapes of 6s.
Jackal?
His blood is the same blood or cells of a jackal.
Hello, Ben?
He's dead. He knows too much. I want to go down. Yeah, he wanted to go down.
Always take the stairs, guys.
It's gonna get cut in half. Quite a similar story beat to the decapitation.
Damien was not affected by the gas. The tissue tests he made indicate that Damien has a different cell structure.
Box? Within a box? Daggers. Yes. Daggers. Was this everything that was on the father? It looks like it. Alright, show us something then. Okay, he's figuring it out.
Yeah, he's next, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a goner.
He's delivering a letter, is he? The letter he found.
Did I say you could come in?
Charles, what a nice surprise. Let me fix you a drink.
Get out of here, you demon!
Stop looking at him like you're making this so obvious.
I've just opened a leather box that was sent from Israel. It belonged to Bugenhagen. They found it near a skeleton. Did you know it was Bugenhagen who gave your brother the daggers to kill Damien? 7 years ago, Bugenhagen wrote you a letter. It's still in the box. Bugenhagen claims that Damien is the devil's son.
I will not read the ravings of a senile old
God's
man.
sake.
Dick Gale's wall. Bugenhagen saw it. He says in his letter that that's the final thing that convinced him.
That's enough, Charles.
I'll be like, okay, I'm leaving the house, but if I'm dead the next time you hear of my name, then you're a f***ing asshole.
The other boy's reading the Bible now. A woman's death, the doctor's death, the 2 guys' deaths at the thing,
and
the ice
guy.
5 deaths.
Yeah.
And the 2 deaths at the start, but...
Where are you going?
Well, you can't believe this. Damien?
I didn't say I believe it. I just
Keep
told
your
you what
voice
he said to
down.
me.
Well, you're
He's
thinking of going to
upstairs.
New... You're not going to treat Damien any differently. You're not going to look at him. You're not going to talk to him any differently.
I won't, I promise.
If that kid dies,
So why don't you get
He
him
knows.
some clothes and
then they
we'll
have to be
go out
like,
and have
okay, he is. Shotgun.
I know who you are. Dr. Warren knows. He said the devil could create his image on Earth. He said you're the beast. Yes. Born in the image of the greatest power in the world. I can take you with me. No.
Alright then, I'll come in then.
He looks like a kid to me.
Whoa. Oh my god. Now?
He fell.
Get back to the house.
All that the Father giveth to me shall come to me through our Lord Jesus Christ.
They've been quite implicit with the people that are his followers at the moment, haven't they?
Yeah. Does it seem like he was overcome by something to do what he did? Because after he did it, he kind of like snapped out of it and started crying and was like, ah.
I think he wanted to, but he still loved it.
Reverend Weston, I'm Richard Thorne.
Is that the church? It looks like it with the stage and the
What's wrong with him?
red.
It's me, Charles. I came as quickly as I...
I saw the wall. It's true. It's all true.
Where is it?
It's already been loaded.
God, I just want a scene where he sees it and he's like, oh my god! Like I said, in the first film when they were on the trail,
Yeah.
the guy got his head cut off,
Yeah.
train yard. Is there a reason for that?
They're leaving that.
Why
Why have that?
Why have that shot?
As soon as he sees it, the guy's dead. Oh. It's the car. It's the car seat. Oh, it's gonna push. It's gonna push, crash into that, and that's gonna crash into the guy. He's caught on it. Ouch.
It's been destroyed.
Now, do you believe? And he's just like, not enough evidence.
The daggers are in that guy's
drawer.
Drawer, and he doesn't know, does he?
I don't think he knows, no. Unless the guy was on the train just like, in my drawer! Oh, it looks like he's going to the drawer.
He killed Mark. He killed Atherton and Viserion. And he'll keep on killing. He'll kill anyone he thinks is threatening him. There are others surrounding him, helping him, keeping him safe. Daggers have to be here somewhere. Boy has got to die.
Finally! Get him! Oh. The chauffeurs took him out.
Richard.
Just get out of the way!
Oh my god. What?
Always belonged to him.
She's his second wife. She wasn't the mother of Mark.
Oh.
And she said, I've always belonged to him.
What the hell?
Yeah, she was his follower. Oh my god, I thought about something like that might happen. I should have said.
I did not see that coming.
I love how it's another freeze frame again. It says like Rise of Power. Do you think this is a worthy sequel?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Good. Because there were some points of this where I thought you were like thinking,
I might have made a few comments that probably annoyed a few of the viewers just because I was nitpicking, but there's a lot, if you don't see the full length reaction, there's a lot of times when we're just not speaking at all for an entire film, and we were invested, and same with me. I just felt like I needed to fill in the gaps maybe, I don't know, but
I think
but yeah, definitely
this is a really good sequel.
Yeah, definitely.
You can argue at some points they take what was good about the first one and try and sort of copy it to an extent.
That's one of my main gripes of the movie, is that it takes the same story beats of the first film
with
and
almost the
rehashes
same kind
them.
of characters as well.
Almost the same, sort of character, the type of character, and rehashes them. But there is an argument here to be said as to whether it does it better or not. And I think in some ways it does, in some ways it doesn't.
Yeah. You know what, in some instances it does, in some instances it doesn't. I think the performances in the first film were better. There's a bit more intrigue in this, to an extent.
I think what differentiates it, because it's the same story beats, but it's done differently. And the reason why it's done differently for me is it's a lot more fast paced than the first one.
The first one was very kind of like linear, which I liked because it kind of took you on this
tunnel
kind of quest thing with this one ending. It was all building to, which was a really good sort of momentum.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean by saying the first one was a slower pace, which isn't necessarily bad.
No, it's not bad. It's just a different. It's just what differentiates these two.
What I thought was a little bit different though is in the first one, his followers were a lot more like vocal.
Yeah.
Whereas they don't really speak here, and I don't know whether that's to kind of like reserve the twist ending.
Maybe
with her.
They're like hidden in plain.
I was like, whoa.
They're like hidden in plain sight. It's almost distracting the viewer, saying, "Oh, these are the followers."
Because I did think that at one point, but then I felt like, oh no, because we haven't seen the other followers yet.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you think about those whilst not thinking about the woman that's in plain sight.
Yeah,
there.
definitely. Just the story's more intriguing for me. It takes me on
a
journey.
But then again, it's a two-parter in a way.
Yeah,
it exists
definitely.
as a second part, so you could almost watch them back to back.
Yeah.
I think they genuinely, a lot of two-parters, they're not two-parters, are they?
Yeah.
But this one genuinely works as a second part because you're seeing his progression. So I'm really intrigued to see the third one. It's called the final chapter. I want to see how they end his story.
The first one had very good aspects of the film, but overall, I'm not saying it's bad, but overall it just didn't reach it. But with this, the story was more engaging throughout, which puts it at a higher pedestal almost. You know, the first one has a better score, it has better acting.
In the first one, you just had the boy who didn't speak and he was very young. Whereas in this one, you have his story as well.
And that's why it's intriguing.
So that in the scenes that we would have had with Damien in the first film, we're also invested in his character in this one a little bit more. And we said this at the start, this film perhaps could have lived or died on the depiction. It could have been really cheesy or almost a bit kind of not very threatening. But there is a kind of subtle kind of intimidation there that he has as an actor. I think is quite good.
And we said in the first film as well, for the first film, it didn't focus on Damien as much. Like for the 3/4 of the movie, Damien wasn't even in it. You didn't see him. Whereas this movie, because it's got him as a young man, you're kind of interested to see what his personality traits are, how he interacts with people, and that just engages the audience more.
Let's just take it for the year that it's made in, 1978.
Same year as
the
Halloween.
miniature set at the start that was crumbling with the sand coming in, and
good.
Then the crow sort of death scene with the lorry, the elevator scene was that coming down as well. There were a lot of instances in this where they really made use of practical effects, not to the extent that they are too out there or noticeable. I think they make use of them really well. For the time period, the ice as well. That was another scene where he's under the ice, and
although just some things just didn't make sense. They said it was a lake, and he was like, "Oh, getting dragged by the current." It's a lake. A lake doesn't have a current.
You can't be too pedantic about stuff like that because of this. I think
there's just small gripes that you can pick on.
My only gripes would be a little bit too similar to the first film. Yeah, so not too bad really for a sequel. It works really well as a two-parter. So
let's go and rate it. Let's rate it.
You go first then.
Right, overall, just a quick summary. I think what this film does is it takes the original and it rehashes it, improves on some aspects, doesn't deliver on others, and for that reason, I'm going to rate it the same as I did the first one. I'm going to rate it 7 out of 10.
I can see this as a sequel that will get pretty unfairly maligned by critics and audiences because it does some things really well, and as a part 2, as an extension to the story, it really works. You're invested in where the story is going. I don't think it has the same momentum as the first film, that kind of tunnel almost projection, so I'm going to give it a little bit less. I'm going to give it a 7.2.
Okay, so that was our review of the Damien, the Omen 2. Tom gave it a 7.2, I gave it a 7, very similar.
But I think the clear consensus is
It's a worthy sequel.
It's a really worthy sequel.
Definitely.
As a second part, it's effective.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Everyone else might have really valid points that we haven't really touched on or even noticed because it's our first viewing. Let us know down in the comments.
You might dislike it as well. So
yeah.
Let us know if you do.
Give us your reasons. They might be valid. In our eyes, they might not be in our eyes. But yeah, let us know. We're always interested to hear your opinions. But if you like this video, make sure you give it a like. It helps out the channel, tremendously. Make sure you subscribe to Cinema Rules if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell if you would like to be notified of our upcoming videos.
We're mid-horror season, and it's carrying on.
Yeah, we are mid-horror season. We've got so many more good ones to get to. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But we'll see you.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next video.